Hey folks, Rick Berube here, another Facebook Live on this Tuesday. Okay, what is today, the 23rd?
Second.
23rd of September. 23rd of September, which is just a week away from Rocktober, as I always say.
22nd.
Gotta rock it. And today we are very fortunate to have the Merlo Sapp team, and we have Debbie and Frank with us today. Welcome, guys,
Hello.
to the show.
Hi.
All right. Before I ask you to do a little bit about yourself, let me just explain. Remember, you're from Arizona. We have people from California and Nevada on here. So just to give them an idea, okay, you guys did just under 12 million in closed business last year. This year, you're almost at 13 with over 2 pending. So no one told you there was a pandemic going on, right? You didn't get the email?
Did not get the memo. Not at all.
Okay. So good for you. You guys are killing it. So tell them a little about yourself, how long you've been doing this, a little about your team, because I know your father and mother are both involved too.
So we're your favorite family of realtors. This is my brother, Frank. My dad and I started it 17 years ago when I was pregnant with my 16-year-old. And we got really busy. My brother and my mom got involved, and we've just been having a lot of fun ever since.
It's a family affair.
It is.
Yeah. In a good way.
Yeah, no, it's how you guys have a lot of fun, and it's great. Look at your brother and sister, and you're sitting close together, so this is good.
Sure.
Like each other. We hang out at every holiday.
Yeah, and don't you guys all live in the same neighborhood too?
No,
Almost.
pretty close. We're all, me actually and little sister live in the same neighborhood, and then my parents and Debbie live in the same neighborhood.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute, is your little sister in on the gig yet, or what?
She's smart enough to stay out of it.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, you guys all belong to the same golf club anyway. I know that, right?
We do. We have a lot of fun. It's a good way to kind of entertain clients just on a random day. So it's good.
Yeah, Seville Golf and Country Club. We enjoy
So,
it.
Bill, yeah, that's a matter of fact, that's the one that you guys had the Christmas party that I showed up, I think the last 2 years in a row, or has it been 3 now? It's a nice area.
It was 3. And did you sing last time or not?
Rumor has it no, I didn't. Not this time. I'll do it next time. I keep telling Rachel I will. I will. Karaoke. I'm very particular about the equipment though.
Practicing the Christmas songs.
Yeah, this year I'm actually doing the breast cancer gig, I call it, in Nevada. So last year I did it in Arizona. This year I'm doing it. Actually, I did it in Arizona and Nevada last year. But we'll have some fun doing it again in Nevada this year. But speaking of Christmas parties, I want to be great when we can all get together and do those again. That'll be soon, hopefully.
Right.
Yes, definitely. Well,
All right, folks.
In Arizona, we're a little bit more open, so we can have events that are up to 50, depending on the venue.
Yeah, and we have clients already asking us about hours, but
Oh, yeah.
we'll wait another month or 2 to make a decision.
That's right. You can always use it as an excuse to ship, but you wouldn't want to if you don't have to, because it's good to get everybody together. And isn't that where you do a lot of your business from anyway, your Christmas party?
We do. When a lot of realtors kind of have a slump in January, we tend to really take off because we do an annual Christmas party that we've done for 17 years. And we have an average of about 200 clients that come. This year it'll have to be a little bit smaller, or we'll make it into two different events. But we send out invitations to past clients 17 years ago, prospective clients, and it's just a great time. We always have a different theme, so it's really fun.
Give us a couple examples. I gotta love it. You guys sound like fun. So what are your themes?
Themes?
Well, we did a spaghetti western one time, so it was like Italian and cowboy. Some of our clients came in dusters with empty firearms.
Well, it's Arizona. Are you sure they were empty?
And then some of our clients came dressed up like Lucille Ball, like stomping grapes at the winery. Like it was just like a really fun, just kind of a themed event. And we used to always cook the food, but last year we did it at Seville Country Club, and it was actually really nice to just have it served.
It was very relaxing.
Yeah.
But it started with just prime rib and 50 people, and then it became 80, and then 100, and then once you get to 200, then you do either pasta or tacos.
Right.
Yeah.
Mexican street tacos was a theme. It was Margaritaville, so we had clients coming in parrot heads and their best outfits. It was really fun.
That sounds like a blast. Yeah, it's really nice when you can take your business that you enjoy doing and make it even more fun, and for your clients and customers as well.
Yeah.
I agree.
100%.
Well, work is only work if it's not fun. So.
Right. I like that. Work is only work if it's not fun. I'll be using that, just so you know. And I'll give you no credit whatsoever.
Rick, you seem to be having fun right now.
Yeah, we are. See, we always have fun. This is great. This is one of the great things about working with this company too, is like your manager, Rachel, she's a hoot. She's a blast.
We love her. She always has really good high heels on.
What's that?
She always has really good high heels on.
That's right. She always has killer shoes. Yeah. Yep. And they're always like brand new. So, she must be, I live with somebody who has a lot of shoes too. So I understand. All right. So, you know what? We jumped right over it. So tell them, I know you told them a little about yourself, but how do you do that, that amount of business every year? I mean, it's pretty amazing, and you're ahead this year. So I know you do something from your Christmas party, but what other methods do you use to secure that kind of business?
Yeah.
So it's not just one thing. I think that we just treat our clients as if they're our clients for life. And we just want them to understand that we're going to treat you as we would want to be treated. And so a lot of our business doesn't just come from like new. We get a lot of repeat. A lot of clients who will call us 8 years later and say, hey, we're thinking of selling now. Come and talk to us. How much is our house worth? Or maybe their kid ready to buy a house, so they refer us. We want to be like their whole realtor kind of go-to, whether it's land, investment, commercial, real estate, needing to get their carpets cleaned, need an AC tech. I mean, we want to be their go-to for everything. So I think it's pretty basic, but that it just works for us.
No, and being an expert in the area, and then having a team where we have, really like our daddy loves selling dirt and land. Oh, he is an expert when it comes to land. I mean, we have agents that don't even work at Berkshire that refer people to us just because they know Southeast Valley, it's land. They want to work with Frank Merlo. Yeah. And the same thing, and it's kind of the relationships we build through our expertise. Last month we sold a house to the Danielsons. Their son was 10 when we met him, and now he's 25 and he's buying his first home.
They were one of our first clients. Yeah. I've known them longer than my husband.
Right. Right.
Wow.
Their son, who was like 9 or 10 when we first met them, is now like 25.
And the same thing, Tiana.
And we sold him a house.
Right.
Yeah.
So
clients used to babysit for me. She just bought her first house. She's a nurse. She's amazing, and she just bought an amazing like $400,000 house. It was great.
Real estate can be very competitive, and when your clients are out there saying no, use the Merlo Sapp team. It definitely helps us out.
So your the way you treat your clients, customers for life, like family, it sounds like you know everything about them. That's got to be a huge. Would you say that's over 80% of your business? Your repeat and referral?
Definitely. I would say definitely at least 75%. We are Italian. We're an Italian family. So once you're in, you can't get out.
I saw that movie. No kidding. All right.
Harsh, but
yeah.
We just have a lot of fun. We'll just invite clients over for a little happy hour at our house, or we have like a monthly dinner that we do with some clients that we just invite over. Just little things to stay in front of them and touch base. And it's not even really business forward thinking, it's more friendship forward thinking.
Right.
Staying in front of your clients is very important.
Yeah, so it sounds like you guys have, your Christmas party is great. It sounds like you stay in touch with them. Do you systematically call them? Do you use an email? Do you mail them? How do you, over and above talking to them and having the party?
Our email and our CRM we're working on. That's one of our goals for this month to just improve and get better with. But the same thing. We call them. I'll just go through my phone and just text clients and follow up. I think is
plus through social media when when I have a lot of clients that are families, and so our kids go to school together or they're in sports together. So we do see each other off and on. And then just like that random, hey, the kids just finished their practice. Why don't you guys come over for dinner? Or, little things that just make them feel wanted and loved and appreciated. So
I love it too. And I'm sure that you're digging deep on that VAC 2.0 too. Have you checked that out yet?
Just barely.
Okay. I didn't want to mean to put you on the spot, but
I'm waiting for 4.0.
Yeah.
As you're talking, I'm thinking of neighborhood reports. The market report is for your clients who want everything. then you have the newsletters. That would be incredibly good to have somebody on the team just get in there and start setting those up.
Yeah.
That'd be really good. Because remember, that stuff is, if you haven't looked in there, I mean, we have agents that were using Top Producer and other things for years that just downloaded all their people into the VAC 2.0. It's just been kind of customized. Gordon and Mark and Maria did a great job getting this all set up. I would definitely get in there and check it out. All right, so you got your sphere, you've got all that going on, and it sounds like, you probably do a lot of business from the country club as well, too, right?
We do.
We have a lot of clients there, but it's not just that. I mean, that's a great sphere, but we do so many other things. We do a lot of charity events throughout the area. We like to give back to the community. We just feel like when you invest in the community, they'll invest back with us.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things with the schools. And we love teachers, first responders. So we're actually working on something with a lender client that we work with. We're going to get something out for them pretty soon because they're not being appreciated right now. And so we definitely want to appreciate them and show our appreciation.
I love it.
Yeah.
Tell us, well, didn't you just recently have an event for some charity at your golf club at the you were telling me about the tin cup moment we were talking about.
It was one of my worst golf. It was one of my very best golf moments I've ever had, and the worst golf moment.
Followed by I've been there, done that. I own the T-shirt. Yes.
My teammate and I were 14 under after the first day. We were number one, and then we ended up 3 over the second day. We went in the water 4 times. But yeah, we just like to do, we're starting a golf charity event that we're going to do. It's going to be the Scottish Open and
or kilt lifter open.
Well, or the kilt lifter. Depends on if we want to go a little wild or a little more serious. We're kind of going back and forth. And just to get some of our clients who golf, or even if they don't golf and they want to come out and just have fun, we're going to do something like that in like maybe the next month or 2.
Wow. The Italian-Irish Open. You can use that.
That works.
That's funny. That's great. The kilt lifter. But you know what? It's great when you can combine having fun with doing business. And like you said, it all goes together. It's almost like the golden rule, reverse prospecting, all brought into one. So you don't have to come across too salesy. And I'm sure that's very much the way you are with your sphere. And it sounds like your sphere is not only your sphere, it's your extended sales force because of the great job that you do for them. They tell people and you got to use you guys and so forth. That's got to be really, it makes you feel good.
The goal and the best compliment when our clients refer someone to us. You're doing the right thing.
It's nice when we show up to a listing appointment and the clients already love us. We don't have to really say anything. We don't have to sell ourselves because our clients already sold us to them. And that is the best feeling because it just shows that we're doing a great job for our clients. So
it really does. You're pre-sold by your sphere.
Yeah, I like it.
Just one. What'd you say, Frank? I'm sorry.
I'm going to put that on a shirt.
There you go. Yeah, my little joke with Success Series. Wait a minute, shameless plug moment, which I have starting today at 1:00 on Google Hangouts. So if you guys need a refresher, today, tomorrow, and Thursday, 1 to 4. Okay, we have Success Series going on. But yeah, no, I think it's absolutely fabulous when you can combine the two and you're pre-sold and your sphere is telling everybody about you. But my question is, just to give people an idea, how many people would you say you have in your sphere, in your CRM total? What's the number about?
So there's 4 of us. And so we all have different spheres. Like our parents are going to gravitate more towards our older clients or clients who want a second home. Frankie's more investment golf clients. I'm more your family too. Yeah. So it just kind of depends. Like I would say I probably you mean solid hardcore sphere?
Right. Yeah. Like if you would say, okay, there's this many people. Well, how many people do you invite to the Christmas party?
We invite 800 people to the Christmas party.
So I would say that's probably your A-list sphere, and you guys have about 25-30% of them show up, which is pretty amazing.
Which it's always different people, it's not always the same 200, which is
your sphere's always evolving, streamlining, and getting better, which is a really good idea.
Yeah, and there's always other Christmas parties, which is nice because if not, we'd be stuck with 400 or 500 people.
Right.
Wouldn't be a bad
exactly. You can bounce around.
would be quite an endeavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Last year, I think I went to 11 Christmas parties, and I'm not a partier, as you know. So, but with the company, I ended up going to, I don't know, 7 or 8. Maybe it was 7 or 8 last year, but I know 11 is my record.
Debbie, how many do you go to?
I go to a lot.
Yeah, I go to one.
He goes to our company.
Just our one.
Yeah, she's the social butterfly, right? You're the guy that meets them all on the golf course.
Yeah. No,
I'm like, I can do 3 parties in one night.
No.
I am not shocked by that, Debbie. Good job. All right, so go ahead, Frank.
I'm not a quitter.
Oh, just 1 or 2 a month in me.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. She has the holiday spirit for all of you. Good.
Yeah, she does.
My mom and I.
Well, for events I don't go to, she actually has a printed out picture of my face.
Wow. Now that's a sister.
Yeah.
He didn't show up one time with me, and so I'm like, I can't go alone. And so I printed out about 5 by 8 picture of him, and I taped it with a pencil on a cardboard, and I brought it to the party, and I had people taking pictures with Frankie.
That's awesome.
Bought a couple drinks and I wasn't even there.
It was hilarious. And people this year now, because that was last year, this year at the same event, he didn't show up. So I brought the same picture and everybody was like, well, Frankie's here again.
Here he goes. He's there in spirit and on a popsicle stick. Good job.
I thought it was brilliant.
Brilliant. Yeah, it is. Even Paul's laughing over there.
I didn't know.
All right, you can't hear him, but he's laughing.
He's just happy he didn't have to be there.
Yeah. No, it's great. It's great. Yeah, you should get one of those big fat heads, like for pro athletes. Carry one of those around with you.
Next time, I'm just gonna get a balloon and put his face on it.
There you go. That's even better.
Put him on a string.
You can tie him to a chair. Yeah.
Don't egg her on or give her any.
Well, hey, you guys are the team, the family that has fun together. So this is good. All right. So this is my favorite part, and you guys probably knew this was coming. So you've been doing this a while, obviously very successful as a team and as a family, obviously. If you if I'm a brand new agent or an agent trying to take it to the next level, what would be the 3 most important pieces of advice you'd give them?
The first one that jumps out for me is not everyone has to be your client. You can fire someone. You can choose to not work with someone. But most agents, when they start, they'll do anything for business or anything to feel busy or anything to make a couple $100. And it's just not worth. It's not worth your time. It can make you feel negative, and it takes away from other opportunities when you waste your time on a toxic client.
On the flip side, just know your worth.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. That's a great idea.
Not that you have to fire clients, but know your worth and what your time is worth.
A lot of new agents do believe they have to work with, and they'll run around with people that'll see 87 rentals and, well, isn't it my job? No, your job is to qualify people and get them to use you, if they are willing to follow a system and so forth, right? I love that one, Frank. Good job. Debbie, how about you?
Mine is I was a single mom. I had a newborn when I first started, and it took me about a year before I heard from someone who said boundaries. You need to have good boundaries. So don't pick up anything that happens at 8 o'clock at night can be dealt with at 8 in the morning.
Right.
And if I'm going to get my nails done, I'm in an appointment. My clients do not need to know what my appointment is.
Right.
I'm in an appointment. If my kids have what are they called? I haven't done school in so long. When they go out of class.
Field trip?
Oh, when my kids have.
And that's been you. You've been the field trip for several months now.
No, but when my kids have a field trip that I want to attend or a school event or a sport, I just tell my clients I'm in an appointment. I will call you back in 3 hours, or I can text with you right now. They don't need to know that I'm taking family time in the middle of the day. And I think for any of those young parents out there, that's a really good thing. I hate to say this, but if you're trying to breastfeed your baby, and you got to schedule it, you turn your phone off. And your clients will be there in an hour.
Right.
Don't think they're going to go away, but have good boundaries.
Right. You call it, it's funny because you call it boundaries and I call it setting expectations.
Right.
Like when I meet with you, like I'm doing a listing presentation with you, I've been there an hour now, let's say, right? When I leave, I say to you, by the way, Frank and Debbie, I just want you to know that if you're looking for me, all right, it'll never be more than an hour and a half, because as you notice when I'm with you, I didn't answer my cell phone. Matter of fact, I didn't even bring it in. All right. So I give all my clients the same respect. So if I don't pick up the phone, leave a message. It'll never be more than an hour and a half, but that's the worst case. Unless you call me at 7 o'clock at night, then it'll be tomorrow morning, right? So you set expectations. Like with you guys with a team, you kind of explain the team and who's on it. So if somebody else calls, they don't feel like the buck has been passed too, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So that's all very important.
Yeah.
We could keep going. You need more?
Well, that's only 2. So back to you. We'll do 4. So you do 2 each. Frank, how about you again?
I mean, I'll do a simple one. I think a huge one for newer agents too is sometimes with the client, you need to give them time. Don't just hound them all night for an answer or this or that. You know, let things rest overnight a lot of times. When it comes to even buying a home or selling a home or the contract, sometimes people need to
it's
think
very,
about it.
very stressful and high intensity sometimes, like when you're countering, you know, and people get upset. Or when you're dealing with a Binzer, you know, and there's inspection items and the seller's like, my house is great, you know, give people time to cool off.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I'll just tell my clients, hey, go to dinner, just relax, have a glass of wine, go to sleep. Let's talk about it in the morning and we'll just start refreshed. And by the time that they fall asleep, they take a shower, they wake up rejuvenated, like they feel good about 9 out of 10 times they feel much better about the situation after sleeping on it than if they're pushed to make a decision really fast. 9 times out of 10 they make the wrong decision.
Right, because when you're selling or buying your own home, it's a very emotional process.
Yeah, I totally agree. Give them time. And if you're dealing with motivated people that are going to do something, you know, it's not like you're making, well, maybe they won't buy. No, they're looking to buy or sell, and you got to give them time to think about it and not run down their throat. That's why a lot of salespeople get a bad rap for doing things like that.
Yeah.
100%.
Especially in this market right now where it's super stressful and you got to come in over list and all this stuff. A lot of buyers are having remorse right after because they're like, oh, paid $15,000 more, but I don't think that's the house for, you know, like if you give them a little bit more time, even if it's an hour, like go get a coffee and let's talk about it in an hour.
Right. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny that in the media too, you still hear people talking about the crash coming? And I'm going, crash? You mean car crash? I mean, the market I mean, you tell me where you see it crash coming. It's almost hilarious, actually.
That's my number 4 is don't hear what other people are doing. You hear other agents who are succeeding and killing it. You don't know how many transactions they bombed on. You know, like how many listing appointments they missed out on. You're only hearing the good things. Don't listen when someone's negative either. Just do your thing and do your thing well and do it consistently. And you're going to have great days and you're going to have bad days. But at the end of the 365 days, it will all even out. And when you have a bad day, I promise you'll forget about it when you have a good day the next day.
It's kind of like golf. You forget about the bad shot or how many times you hit in the water because then you put it down and next thing you know, you drop it right on the green and you forget all about it.
No, that one's going to hurt for a long time. 4 times in the water. That's going to hurt for a long time.
That was a tin cup moment, by the way, yeah.
Totally.
Did you do this too?
I said it as I was walking up for my last tee shot and I'm like, my 4th time, I'm like, I feel like I'm in the set of Tin Cup right now. I can't even believe I've hit it in the water this many times. So.
Yep.
Just, you know, keep an even head. Your clients are relying on us to be, on all of us, to be the cool, calm, and collected. I always tell my clients, don't stress about it. That's my job. But, you know, like you will stress about it. But just know we'll end up being good in the end.
It is your job to bring logic to a very emotional, sometimes extremely emotional situation.
Yeah.
That's your job, to be level-headed. And a lot of agents don't do that. They exaggerate by their actions and the way they're being. So, but obviously you guys are professional. You've been doing this a while. It's not your first rodeo.
Experience helps. And I mean, it's always going to work out, but is it going to work out to you and your client's advantage or not? But it's always going to work out.
And just treat the other agent as you would want to be treated. You know, there's a lot of agents who just want to like grind the other agent into the ground. And it's like, you may do another transaction with that agent if they're in your area. You may see them at Target. You know, you don't want to be like, oh shoot. You know?
Right. You may be in Target. That's funny.
You want to have a good name for yourself.
If there's new agents watching, there's no need to be adversarial. You know, I mean, there's a time where that might be needed, but 99% of the time, there's no need for people to be adversarial.
When a seller wants to sell and a buyer wants to buy, we make it come together.
When I have an agent that's adversarial, I'm usually like, okay, they've only been in the business for a few months.
Oh, I thought you always send them to me.
Well, there's that too.
Yeah, Debbie gets all the ones that are tough. Frank passes them on. Good job. I love it. Yeah, the thing is that in what you said earlier, Debbie, about good days, bad days, in the progress of life, in golf, in anything, real estate, there are good days and bad days, and they're all necessary.
Yep.
They're all necessary. Okay, so on the path, the key is to keep your enthusiasm going every time you get a good one, bad one, indifferent. You got to have a short memory, just like golf. Good shot, great. You still have to make another one. Bad day, well, you're going to have some good days. They're all necessary, and as long as you keep moving in the right direction, okay, you'll get where you want to go.
Like figuring out how to reset yourself when you have a bad day, whether it's a glass of wine, whether it's cuddling your baby, or going for a walk or a jog. Figure out something so you can reset your mind after kind of a bad day.
Or just go to bed and wake up new the next.
That's what Frank does. I go to bed, I hit reset. It's called go to bed. And I wake up and it's like I've recharged.
Very effective.
I'm a mom of 3 kids, so I don't sleep a lot. So.
Wow, that's true. Yeah, and you said earlier your kids finally physically went to school today, didn't they?
Gosh, praise be the Lord.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Yeah, I mean, if we were doing this, I'd be in mimosas with my moms right now.
Well, it's great. You love your kids, but, it's that thing, the absence makes the heart grow fonder. Plus, they're better off going to school, being around teachers and getting the social benefit and all that good stuff as well. My youngest, who's 16 in 10th grade, he's at home doing high school right now, and I could tell. He actually said to me, he goes, oh my God, I can't wait till I can go back to, and he almost said school. Whoa, what did I just say?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you videoed that.
Right, exactly. I'll play it back. All right, any final thoughts you want to leave these wonderful people today?
Just have fun with what you're doing. I mean, it's really fun hanging out with families, looking at houses. It's a great job. So we have a lot of fun doing it, and just enjoy.
Any of the agents watching this in Nevada or in California, if you do have a client for the Southeast Valley, we will take expert care.
We'll pay a referral.
There he is. They're salespeople. I love it. All right, guys. Thank you very much.
That's for those agents, so that they know that they have a place to refer clients, and they're going to get taken care of extremely well.
All right, Debbie, Frank, Merlo, Sapp team, thank you very much for your participation today. You guys are the best. I'll see you soon. I'm hoping to go on a little Arizona, California tour before the end of the year. We'll see how it works out.
Come on out and we'll take you golfing.
Tours are nice.
It's a date.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Bye, Rick.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Hey, everyone.
Talk to you soon.